the white pieces. But in this case too,
I think it was important that the United States has the same colors in his flag.
okay.
I think it's a day of red, white and blue today.
It is a day of red, white and blue. And on this day of red, white and blue, we ask Hikaru Nakamura to join us. Welcome, Hikaru. Congratulations on your win. That was a pretty dramatic finish to a game. So what happened?
Well, I'm not really sure. Somehow I feel like I don't really know what was going on. At some point early on, okay, I thought I was just much better out of the opening. Okay, this idea with the H5 and the Kalashnikov. Okay, I tried something similar against Magnus in a slightly different position, but okay, H5 in general, it's very tricky because either it's a brilliant move or it looks very bad. And in this case, I thought it looked quite bad. But okay, first I think B3 was inaccurate. I think I could have played in a much different order, just A3 takes and B3 like this. And actually, it makes much more sense because the knight on E3 doesn't have to go to F5. I still keep options with knight D5 as well. Whereas in the game, okay, the problem is that what I forgot was that I forgot about this idea, that Teimour found, which is quite strong with rook d7 and bishop d8. I completely forgot about this, and after this, okay, I have this nice-looking knight on f5, but, it's not really doing a whole lot, in fact, here. It's like, okay, optically it looks like I should be just much better after f4, but... the problem is I need the knight to be somewhere except f5. Basically, I need the knight to be on f5 attacking g7 so he can't take, but I also need the knight somewhere else so I can go f5. Okay, all this, yeah, right around here, okay, I started getting confused, I think, because, okay, first, okay, Teimour was already in time trouble. He had used so much time in the opening, and he just played this move f6, which completely shocked me. In fact, I wasn't quite so sure what was going on after rook d8. Takes, I think, is maybe the best try. I'm not sure, but takes, and I think rook d7, queen a1, and okay, it's a game, but I still think it's quite unclear as far as what's going on. I should be better, but I don't think it's so simple. Okay, but he played f6, which completely, just confused me, and so. Okay, right. The problem with the position at this point is that somewhere around here I had, I think, maybe an hour, and he had like 2 minutes. So
he was down to 2 minutes already.
I think, yeah, somewhere in this range. So it's okay. It's very difficult because on one hand, I thought already, I must be winning somehow, but at the same time, it's very hard to use your time because your opponent has 2 minutes. So it's almost like you just want to blitz moves, but in this position, it's not so trivial. So. Okay, so I took, and okay, I don't know if knight f5 is right or not, but it felt most natural. And okay, right about here, I'm sure there must be a simple way to win. But I just completely lost my head here for some reason. I don't know why I played. Okay, rook f6 I think is probably wrong. Maybe I should just change on d7, or also maybe even just knight f5. This should just be much better for white. It's just... Actually, knight f5 probably should just be winning, in fact. At least, at first glance. But, okay, for some reason I just blundered. I played this, and then... Yeah, and then, I used 20 minutes to play rook f6, and for some reason I just... I was calculating everything except rook takes b3, and it's just like... As soon as I played rook f6, I realized it. It's just completely ridiculous to overlook something like this, but okay, wasn't my best day, that's for sure.
And then you felt that he was back in business after he took him b3.
I'm still not sure though if he's back in business, because even here I felt like somehow it feels like it should be winning. I just couldn't work anything out, which is why I played this move queen e1. Originally I wanted to try rook g6, but somehow after king h7, rook f6, bishop e7, I really didn't know what was going on. And if I don't calculate correctly here, I'm just going to end up losing the bishop on d2 and then just losing the game itself. So, I can probably play something like this, and I'm still better, of course. But, okay, when your opponent has 2 minutes left, you're especially in a position like this, I'm trying to find a forced win. Okay. Yeah, so queen e1 I think is the other move that makes sense. King g7, and now rook f1. Yeah, and I don't know, already I have a feeling that somehow during the game at least, I felt that I had gone wrong here. Rook b3, bishop g5. Okay, queen d3 I think just loses on the spot, probably. Okay, I thought bishop e7 was maybe a better try, but still, after takes, queen takes, knight f5. I mean, okay, so I felt that, actually not bishop takes, probably just take this way. Takes, f6 is a threat, so takes, and something like rook f5, and I mean, I knew that I was at least better. I wasn't sure if this was winning for sure, but I knew I was at least going to be up material in an endgame. So I saw this, and then, okay, then, of course, because I was missing everything, Teymur played queen d3. Yeah, I mean, I completely missed this move, in fact. I thought, okay, there has to be some, bishop f6 is my next move, and it just wins, and then suddenly I realized, oh wait, but he's going the other way around, and okay, now with the knight on h6, it's very tricky. So I was happy I found this move, knight f7. I mean, the point is, if black takes, I think after queen takes h4, mate is pretty much unstoppable. I'm just going to go bishop f6 and queen h8. So for example, rook b1, bishop f6, king f8, queen h8, bishop g8. Actually, maybe it's not even mate, in fact, so the game goes on. Something like king. Actually, no, wait. Actually, wait, no, here. Yeah, somehow there's just like no mate, but okay, at the very least, I probably have something like, okay, actually, I'm not so sure. Maybe queen d5, but it's not so trivial. Here, knight d4, d3, a4, bishop b1, or actually probably bishop takes g6. But okay, I mean, at least I'm not losing. This was, at this point, I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss any tactics, because I mean, I was missing just about every move that Teymur played. So yeah, so queen g3. Another move that I completely overlooked, by the way. I mean, I saw bishop c4. Actually, for some reason, I thought he would play rook b1, but because at first I was actually a little bit worried about this endgame. But after takes, bishop takes f7. I think just bishop f1, and I think I'm in time here, because if a4, then rook a1 and a3, bishop c1. But, okay, at the very least, I wasn't sure, though. I mean, maybe even, I'm not so sure with all these pawn islands, but at least I'm okay here. So, okay, then Teymur played queen g3, which is probably the best move, I think, in retrospect. Now queen d2, and bishop takes c4, and, I mean, this loses on the spot, but I still think wasn't so sure, actually, if he played this move rook to d3 in this position. I mean, it's completely crazy here, something like, I guess bishop f6, but actually here no, because he has king f7. This was the problem. But still, I saw this and I saw some crazy, like, maybe it was takes. I can't remember now. I don't know. I mean something like this, but still queen e3, and maybe black's actually winning here, because now it's just an extra piece for nothing. So like somehow. Here, I thought this was actually very tricky. I mean, maybe bishop h6. Okay, if king g8, then I just win immediately with queen g5. Just bishop takes f7, queen f6, and just the queen g7, f7, everything's just hanging. But still, I think here after king h7, I wasn't sure what was going on, in fact. It's just, I think I was going to go queen c1, but I don't know, maybe there's some funny rook c3, rook d3, repetition here. Maybe. I don't know, I mean, at any rate, at this point, okay, I already knew I had gone wrong, so I mean, I was happy when Teymur played this move, bishop takes c4, because just bishop f6 wins on the spot. I mean, a king f7, queen d7, bishop e7. Yeah, actually, in here, yeah, because I take with the discovery, and then when he takes, I have the other discovery, bishop takes h4, winning the queen. So he played king f8, and now there's just knight takes e5, and I mean, everything, all roads lead to mate immediately. And like bishop takes f1, just queen h6, I mean, just a simple mate in 3, king e8, queen g6, king f8, and knight d7. Okay, of course, yeah, there's the other one too. But yeah, I mean, it's just simply losing here. So I mean, he played queen h3, but I mean, unfortunately for him, none of the tactics quite work, because takes rook h1 and just king g2 or g1 king h2, and it's, I mean, just winning. So yeah, it's a win. And I mean, I don't think the quality was very good. I mean, I got what I wanted, and then move by move I found a way to really make it complicated and messy for probably no reason. But okay, just not playing well today. What to do?
It is as it is, right?
Right, this one too. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, Teimour, he loses another game. He's, well, clearly not in his best shape lately. Is that something you've experienced ever in your career, that something so dramatic? Or?
I mean, probably not on the same scale. I mean, I guess Teimour has dropped now something like 60 points, if I had to guess, from where he was before the candidates. But I mean, he's a strong player, and I'm sure he'll come back from it. I mean, just, you know, even thinking about myself, I think it was only maybe 7-8 months ago that I had, you know, a really bad tournament in the London Grand Prix, where I lost 4 games in a row, finished dead last, and I think I dropped something like 30 points there. So, I mean, everyone has their bad streaks, more or less. I mean, everyone except for Magnus, of course, who never loses, you know, like 4 games in a row. But I mean, it's just a difficult time, but you know, I have no doubt that he'll be back near the top again soon. I mean, he's a strong player. It's just,
should he take a break for a while, or just?
Actually, I think he is taking a break, because okay, right after this tournament, I'm playing the FIDE Grand Prix in Thessaloniki. It starts, I think, 3 days after this ends, or 4 days. And I know he was originally on the list, but I saw that he had dropped out and he was being replaced by Baku. So,
yeah.
I mean, I think it's probably a smart move for him to take a break. I mean, it's, you know, a lot of family issues, of course, with his wife being pregnant. So,
yeah,
I mean, there are more important things than chess at the end of the day.
Yeah, so understandable decision. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, he's a strong player. He'll be back.
Yes, of course he'll be back. And as for you, well, another tournament waiting for you soon. And well, you came off a tournament when you came here. So how are things going? Energy-wise?
Okay. Today I was okay. Today actually I felt very much like I did when I played Levon, where I just could not see anything to save my life. But luckily, unlike the game with Levon, today at least, you know, I was a little bit more fortunate. But I mean, I'm a little bit tired, of course. Just now, it's near the end of the tournament, and certainly, you know, when you're in the running and you have a chance, and then you lose right near the end to spoil any opportunities of winning a tournament, it's difficult. But you know, I'm plus one against this field. It's not so bad. I mean, it could be much better. It could probably also be worse. You know, I could have lost today, for example. So it's what it is. But you know, I'm still gaining points. I have a plus score, so it's hard to complain.
No damage done, and well, who knows what happens tomorrow? Will you play tomorrow?
I think finally I play Hammer. I don't know if that's good or bad, but yeah, I mean, tomorrow I play Hammer, so it's you know, another tough game. I mean, he's shown some good form with white. So
you never know with the Hammers.
Yeah, so I mean, you just go and play, and I mean, hopefully I play well. But still, I mean, I'm on a plus score, so I can't complain.
Yeah, so the only thing you have to do is keep a cool head, because there's this great song, "If I Were a Hammer," and
if I were, I'm not familiar with that song actually. I mean, I know the MC Hammer song. Of course, can't touch this. But if I were a hammer, is it some kind of joke, or it's an actual song?
It's an actual song. Trini Lopez, you know him.
Unfortunately, no, I don't actually. So I'm a little bit ignorant.
Yeah, it's a couple of weeks ago that he had this hit, but no, it's.
It was some like 30 years ago.
Yeah, it's.
50 years, okay. Then I don't feel too bad. I mean, I like to think I know something about music.
No, it was one of the
50 years ago.
favorite songs of Napoleon. So.
Wait, what?
No. But way back then.
I was gonna say, I don't think Napoleon was alive 50 years ago.
No, that's true. So yeah, let's see. And what we ask all the people here: have you been outside to see the parade this morning?
No, I mean, I heard it. Actually, I heard a ton of noise both when I was sleeping last night and this morning, and I wasn't sure where it was coming from. So, okay, I mean, it's a national holiday, so I mean, it makes some sense. Not yet. I mean, I'm sure it's inevitable because even walking through the hotel, I mean, there were people eating, there were people wearing the traditional, I mean, costume or garb. So I'm sure, you know, I'll see something at least, unless I choose to go to my room and sleep, which I might do.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Well, I mean, also tomorrow's game is earlier, so it's. I mean,
yeah, it's at.
Anytime there's been a change in the schedule, unfortunately for me, I felt a little bit off. So it's. I mean, for me at least, I'm going to try and adapt better this time than the last 2 times.
So it will be a late breakfast and then straight to the game, or what?
I might just study tonight and sleep. I might go to sleep now and wake up at 4 a.m. to watch the hockey games. I don't know. We'll see.
What hockey games are going on?
Oh, actually, no, I'm wrong. What am I thinking? No, the wrong teams are playing tonight, not the Rangers. So I'll probably skip. But okay, last night I watched a little bit of the game. I mean, of course they have the only Norwegian player, you know, who's on their team. So. Always a bit interesting, but I don't know. We'll see what I do, but I'll do something different. That's for sure.
Yeah. Good. Well, thank you for coming here and showing your game. Or Simon,
yes.
Do you still have?
Yes, I have a question. That only Norwegian hockey player is it Hikaru Nakamura?
Yeah, it is Zuccarello. Yeah, that's the Norwegian player.
Right. He's played for the club, the Frisk Asker, the place I come from.
Ah, really?
And he's also attended my school, NTG, Norges Toppidrettsgymnas. He's one of our star students.
Oh, wow.
It's Magnus Carlsen, and it's him, and a few others.
Wow, impressive.
Yes.
Was he good last night?
No, actually, I don't think he had a good game, but I mean, it's okay. It's hockey. It's a team sport.
Yeah, probably he felt sorry that he wasn't in Norway to celebrate Norway Day.
Maybe.
But,
maybe.
And since we've been so nationalistic and we
you should have seen the guests we had, Hikaru. It was amazing. We had young beautiful girls in traditional dresses, and then we had young students, well, even 2 groups of them in quite, well, interesting attire. And I'm not sure, maybe some are going to be back, but,
it's nice to see that, you know, they celebrate I don't know what they actually call it. It's Independence Day, or what's it?
Well, Simon, he gave us a history lesson at the start of the broadcast. It's about in 1814 Norway got its constitution.
Okay.
And,
yes.
so
I was going to ask about that because now I prepared a little bit into history because that's how I prepared for the day.
Yeah.
So reading about American Constitution and such things. Are you interested in that?
Well, I studied it a little bit, but this is already probably 6-7 years ago now, so it's my constitutional law is a little bit fuzzy at this point. I don't know it so well anymore, but I've always had an interest in the Constitution, especially these days with the way politics are in the U.S. There are a lot of hot topics per se, so I try to keep up with what's going on.
Yeah. Well, another thing, when we're talking about history, and I don't want to bring up any bad memories, but do you remember when you first played Teymur?
The first time I played him, I'm trying to think if I can remember the exact date. No, I don't know the exact date, but I know it was in. I'm almost certain it was in 2008, actually, in Kapdag. You sure you're not thinking of my brother? Are you sure? Because I have a feeling you're going to say 1996 or something.
That's your brother.
That's my brother. That was not me. No,
Good.
that's my brother.
I failed that one. Oh, good. We didn't turn that into a quiz question.
Yeah. No, my brother played him in Menorca, I believe it was, in the World Youth Under 10 Championship in 1996. My brother also played, I think, Gashimov in that tournament as well. So it wasn't me. I hadn't quite gotten good enough yet.
No, because I didn't understand. You lost. And I thought, what's this? But it was your brother.
It was my brother, yeah.
Okay. So much for my research today, Simon. There you go.
I mean,
I didn't know
you need
it.
to check the initial. There are a few Nakamuras in the world.
How strong is he now, your brother?
He's just under 2'2", so I mean he's quite strong. But okay, he got there when he was about 11 or 12 years old and never really improved. So he kind of gave up chess like many other people.
Good. Well, that was a bad story to finish with.
Yeah, that wasn't me. Just make sure to check the initial.
Yeah.
Next time in chess
That's,
days.
well, that's good advice. Next time I'll check the initial. Yeah, I only do that with the polkas.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I guess my brother isn't that famous these days, but yeah,
Good.
he played against the best back in the day.
Yeah, apparently so. So, good. Well, thanks for taking your time to come here, Hikaru, and for showing the game. Well, quite a dramatic game.
Yeah, most of my other games were a lot calmer. Even when I lost, it was usually very calm. It wasn't one of these games where all three results were possible. So
Yeah.
I mean, this game, kind of affected my nerves a little bit, but
Yeah.
luckily I haven't lost my nerves completely.
Yeah, you walked into a minefield but carefully stepped to victory.
Something like that. Yeah.
You don't really use computers here, but I just had a quick glance at the computer. It seemed like at some moment Black was actually completely winning, didn't it? According to the computer.
Well,
At some point.
yeah, I think it's plus, what was it?
One move after rook f1.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But,
No, I mean somewhere around here I
yeah.
was already losing it.
Mm.
I had a bad feeling, but luckily I was able to find some ideas.
And as they say, point is point.
Right. Yeah. I mean, a win is a win. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm on a plus score. I can't complain at all about it.
No,
That's how it goes.
Good. Well, have some sleep somewhere later, and we'll see you back tomorrow, when indeed the round starts at noon. So that's 3 hours earlier than what we normally do. So if you want to follow us, put your alarm and set your alarm. and be there at noon, which may be
Yeah.
for your fans in the United States. They have to get up pretty
It's
early.
not so bad. It's 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Normal.
Go for a run.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes. Have some breakfast and join us. Thanks, Hikaru. That was Hikaru Nakamura.